Hello, Leo. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you might have been in a relationship, some of you may have been in a situationship. Others of you, you may have actually just been in a connection where there's been a lot of gestures, eye contact, going back and forth, but no one's speaking up, no one's saying anything. So I do see there's distance here. There's a couple of harsh cards here. Okay. Goodness me. These are all very dark cards, except that one. But then you have this amazing card right under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, which is love. So that is really interesting because that is very unexpected in this darkness. It's almost what I'm seeing right now. Before I even begin this reading, I'm seeing a vision of a rose or a flower. It is a rose, actually. All around there's a storm and there's darkness, and everything around it has withered away, but that one rose is still standing. So very interesting. It seems as if your love in this connection, it's like against all odds, but it's still very strong. You have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. These cards indicate some of the emotions and feelings that your person of interest is feeling towards you. But because of the intensity of these cards, this definitely could be yourself and perhaps even the both of you. You have these mutual feelings. The first card's the strongest. We have here hearth and home, followed by boundaries, justice, fear, crossroads, wild woman, selfhood, betrayal, and then we have love. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Leo, I do feel in this connection that there is a sense of hearth and home. There is a sense of wanting to be close to you, to talk to you. And there's this understanding that I have now inside that you have always been very welcoming. You have always been very kind. You have always been like family. But I never really valued you. And now when I don't have this in my life, now is when I miss it the most. Yes, there are boundaries. I have put up boundaries. And I have done this because I really don't know what else to do. You would like me to talk. Things need to be cleared, but I can't talk. I don't know what to say. And the easiest thing for me to do is to put up my boundaries. Why is that easy? Because then I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to talk. I don't have to confront. I don't have to think. Out of sight, out of mind. But in my heart of hearts, do I want to make things right? Yes, I do. I have noticed that in this connection, most of the time I was taking and taking, and you were always giving. What bothers me now is that I want to fix this situation. I want there to be an equal give and take in this connection. It can no longer be the same as it was once before. Things need to change. You used to give so much, and you have given so much. And it was never really equal. I never really invested that time, energy, and effort. I never put the strength in like you did. I remember, and now I recognize that at times you have bent over backwards to accommodate me, to build memories with me that would be long-lasting. And I just took it so easily. It was so easy for me to just accept everything that you were doing. But I never once thought of how difficult it was for you. The time that you had spent thinking, planning, concentrating, taking time out, working on it. I never really appreciated it. And now I'm afraid of what decision to make. I'm at a crossroads. But what I've done and the way I have behaved in this connection, I do feel now a lot of fear, anxiety, nervousness. I feel very insecure. I no longer feel confident. I have lost my self-esteem. I have lost that sense of pride that I once had. And all of this, it's happening to me because I know that I love you. And I'm paranoid because I'm afraid I'm going to lose you, and I'm also afraid of what might happen in this connection that'll destroy everything. I want to make a decision. I need to make a choice. I am at a crossroads. But what I realize now is that I've truly ruined many, many things. And I ruined it by being sneaky. By never being truthful. I have been truthful. Most of the time I was. But there were a few times that I have held back information, that I have not been as open and honest as I should have been. And so for this reason, it's hard for me to go back. It's hard for me to approach you. Because I misled you. I didn't tell you the honest truth. I didn't tell you the full story. I took some sentences out, twisted some words. What you don't know won't hurt you. But in the end, I see now that it did. I also see you now as someone who has moved on. Now you seem to me as someone who is very independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient, somebody who really doesn't need anybody. So many things have happened. Time has come and gone. And I see you now as somebody who does not need anyone. I see you as someone who's guarded, defensive. You don't need anybody. And I've turned you into this person who now I feel intimidated by, because a long time ago I felt like I could unwrap this mystery, and I did have you for a while. But then I did what I did. And then there was a sense of distance. And so you had to change your ways because of what I did. But now you've turned into a stranger. Yes, you are a better version of yourself, but this is someone who I don't know anymore, and I can't really approach you. And I'm afraid to approach you because what I did before won't work now. I turned you into somebody different. There's also a sense of betrayal because of all of this. Essentially, I have betrayed you. No longer are things the same. I'm not being very open. I'm not being very honest with you. And you feel that I have hurt you. There's a lack of trust. There's a lack of faith now in this connection. But overall, I do feel that in this connection there is so much love. This love is pure. It's true. It's unconditional. And I don't want to change this. Unfortunately, what has happened between us has me keeping up my boundaries. Even though I want to make things right, I am afraid. Afraid of making a decision because I was so sneaky. And I see you now as somebody who has changed, somebody who is different, somebody who is unapproachable. And all of this because I betrayed you. All right, Leo. So interesting, we have a situation here where this individual knows that they have done something absolutely wrong. They hurt you. For some of you, this might be vice versa, might be reverse the roles. But I do see here with the betrayal card, the betrayal card can mean, for example, cheating. It can also mean something that someone did that you were not expecting. So you may have been expecting this person to say something or do something in a certain way, but they didn't do it. And therefore, it seemed as if you didn't know them at all, as if they're a stranger, as if they did not take your side, or they did not support you. So this is something that I am seeing here. And there is definitely a lot of nervousness here. There's fear. For this reason, there are boundaries. And if there were no boundaries, then still this person would have been feeling intimidated and nervous around you. What I'm seeing right now is, does this person love you? Absolutely yes. It's the overall arching theme. It's the umbrella that covers all of these cards. But what's also interesting is the rest of them. That even though there is love, this person still doesn't know how to fix the situation. And therefore there are boundaries. The first card is the strongest here, which is hearth and home. But then the second strongest, boundaries. So some of you may actually have, I'm seeing here, you have distance from one another because of someone who has betrayed you in a way. They didn't support you the way you wanted. They were not truthful. they lied to you, they could have cheated on you even, but something here happened. And do they still love you? Yeah, they do. Why do people cheat if someone else is in love? It happens. It's a human impulse, unfortunately. Sometimes it can be an addiction as well. Sometimes it can be negative energies, it can be circumstances, it could be so many things. Oh boy, these cards. All right. So this is the Lover's Path Tarot, and I'm having a look at what happened in the first place that caused the problem. So what happened where things in this connection, they just started to go downhill. So we have here sacrifice followed by 10 of staves. Let's have a look at sacrifice. All right. Being caught between worlds. A short-term sacrifice to reach a long-awaited goal is what is needed. Taking care of another's needs and not really doing so, even if you feel that you are interested or not interested. So somebody here wasted their time on other people's problems. Basically, that's what it comes down to. And it also talks about feeling unable to make a sacrifice that a situation requires, creating difficulties for oneself, gaining compassion from difficult experiences. So that is what this card talks about. And it is important to know that this person might have been in a relationship. It could be a third-party situation. It could have been this person is unable to let go of another person, or it could be they couldn't let go of something that they hold very dear. Like maybe somebody wanted to move to a different state or a different province, different region, but their job was at one location, yet they had to go far away. So they went, but they were not able to satisfy their partner, who was still at the same old location. So they had to sacrifice something here. They have to sacrifice something. So sacrificing here talks about either a person or a thing that had to change, where there was a lack of, I guess you could say, not being able to make a sacrifice. So somebody may not want to move to a certain location because of a certain issue, or somebody may need to make a sacrifice. But here, this person was unable to adjust according to what you needed. That's what it comes down to. They needed to adjust. They knew they could have adjusted, but because of the circumstances that was revolving around them, they were not able to actually make those changes and do those things that were required. Now we also have here the 10 of staves. So this also is a very pretty big card to have because it has a lot of meaning to it. It talks about being overwhelmed and burdened by responsibilities. Certain responsibilities that this person had, where they were really unable to move forward because of their sense of responsibility. They were not able to change that. They were not able to get rid of it from their life. They had to take responsibility. And the problem is, it's not just a matter of responsibility, but it's over the amount that they could have actually handled. So I am seeing here somebody is overwhelmed with a custody battle, a divorce. This is just maybe for a small portion of you. 7. I'm getting the number 7, maybe 7% of you. It's like a custody battle, it's a divorce, and this individual is the one who finds this very burdensome because they can't let go, they can't sacrifice their children or their family to be with you. So they actually have to stay at that location, fix whatever's going on, but it's very overwhelming for them. So there's something definitely going on over here where they are unable to be with you the way that you would like them to. There's a lot of burdens here, a lot of restrictions, a lot of constraints, feelings of being overwhelmed, doing too many things all at once. They're so overwhelmed that they cannot give you the time, energy, or the effort that you need. If you need to be in this connection as a romantic connection, they can't give you that. And the other issue that they used to face, and they're still facing this, is the fact that they cannot make the sacrifice that a situation requires. So this is something huge. This person's very burdensome, or the situation, sorry, is very burdensome. And this person knows that they can make a choice, but they are unable to make that type of choice because it also is not a good, or rather, it won't be a good consequence for them. So they're trying to basically avoid. They're basically avoiding doing anything, making any changes, any major changes. They're not happy with the situation, and they really want to just leave it the way it is right now. They're not working towards anything. Now, let's have a look at the other cards, because at least we can tell, are they going to take any actions, any plans, any tensions that they might have. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. Nope. I keep getting confused. Sorry. This is the Beginner's Tarot deck. Very similar to the Rider-Waite. All right, we have here the King of Cups. Interesting. So these are any actions, any intentions that this person may have towards you. Again, Nine of Pentacles. You remember you had the Selfhood card in the beginning. That is, once again, just like the Selfhood card. Okay. Talks about a lot of independence, being alone, but also being that individual who sees you as somebody. You have the aura of being single and ready to mingle. It doesn't mean that you are, but that is what this person views you as. And that actually scares them, because that means that somebody else might have you, and they might miss out on that opportunity, actually. So we have here, let's have a look. The King of Cups. So does this person officially, do they have feelings for you? Yes, they do. They do love you. Are they in love with you? I don't really see that right now, but they are falling in love, because you do have here the Queen of Wands. So there is, with the love, there is a little bit of passion coming through, which is really good. So this person wants to give you a solid offer. They want to give you love because they realize that you are someone who actually makes them feel very emotional. We also have here the Nine of Pentacles. This person sees you, once again, as somebody who is very self-sufficient, self-reliant, independent. You don't need anybody. That's what they feel. Unfortunately, that kind of scares them. I mean, unfortunately for them, not for you. But that actually scares them, because it makes them feel as if they might just lose you. Now, we also have here sorry guys, the Queen of Wands. And with the Queen of Wands, this definitely talks a lot about a lot of passion. And this person has a lot of passion towards you, meaning that they have this sense of lustful desire. They find you irresistible. But it's not just about lust, which is wonderful, because you did have the Love card earlier. And you also have here the King of Cups. So there now is going to be a sense of an awakening inside of this person, where there's a lot of passion. We also have here a very upsetting card, Eight of Swords. So you see how this person felt very, like they couldn't make that sacrifice. They couldn't do many things because they were very overwhelmed. Well, with this card here, the Eight of Swords, this is somebody who has a lot of restrictions. It could be a third-party situation. And in this connection, what's happening is this person feels like they are being forced to not see anything, not hear anything. Their hands, arms, legs, feet are tied. They can't move anywhere. There's no movement. They're surrounded by swords and it acts like a fence. And far in the distance, somebody's watching them like a hawk. It could possibly be a third-party situation as well. Because this person feels very restricted. They cannot let go. They cannot unbind themselves, if there's such a word, from this type of a situation. They can't do that. Now we also have here the Strength card, which is really, really weird the way this works, because here it's like they are powerless, absolutely powerless. But then boom, you have the Strength card. This is the overall arching theme. And this person finally is going to gain strength. This is how they're feeling right now. They're gaining strength. They're gaining the clarity, the wisdom, the courage to actually reach out to you. The only thing is, Leo, that they are also a little hesitant because they don't know how you're going to react. As of now, do they have good intentions towards you? I do see that. Yes, they do. The King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Perfect, wonderful intentions, passionate love. But do I see them taking any action towards you right now? No, I don't. This is with the Eight of Swords. A lot of just being there stagnant. Somebody is really watching this person, so they don't have a lot of freedom to express themselves to you the way that you would like them to. However, is the intention here? Yes, it is. With the Strength card will come all that courage, all that push into the positive. So I do see that beyond these cards, yes, there will be something more promising, but at least right now, it's more of just the intention. And this person really does need to get over this feeling of being overwhelmed, this feeling of whatever responsibility they have, whatever they have to sacrifice. They have to first fix that situation. And once that's fixed, then they'll be able to move forward with you as well. But doing that right now definitely will not be possible. Do they have good intentions though? Yes, they do. They're falling in love with you. It's very nice. But there's restrictions. All right, let's have a look here. Guys, oh my God. I don't like it when this happens to my throat. No, let me just do a quick prayer. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. I did want to clarify the one card that came out, no, and it says, if you believe... Oh, okay, no, don't stop. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So some of you might have really kind of given up on this connection because you didn't really see this person making a move. You didn't see them initiating, you didn't see them reaching out, nothing. And that's understandable, especially with the Eight of Swords we just saw. Wow. It's going to take some time, guys. A year from now. So you do have a timeline. Here we also have, don't stop. There's no need to worry. A year from now, the situation will improve. But they're also telling you to choose a new direction. Now, choosing a new direction also means you trying a different way of approach when it comes to this connection or getting what it is that you want. Don't use the same methods. Try a different method. Okay. So, choosing a new direction is important because the destination is the same, but the route and the way of getting there, that is what is different. Now, the angels are saying here to wait. And we do have here, ask your angels. So, through the Christ consciousness and through his Father, and it prefers being the father figure, in the masculine energy. So, you can ask the source, who is the creator of the Christ consciousness. You can ask the source, because the source is like a manager for... It's a hierarchy. It's like a manager for angels. They work for many celestial beings, and they work with many celestial beings. Sorry, guys. So we have here, ask your angel. So through the source needs to give permission to the angels. That's the way it works. And once you just simply ask that, you do have to have faith and meaning behind it when you ask it, you will definitely get that permission. And then you also have to ask the angels to tell them, look, this is who I am, this is what my problem is, but I do give you permission to help me. Give me a sign, right? You can say that. You can say that. And whenever you do say the word angels, always say the angels in heaven. Okay? Because we also have fallen angels now, don't we? Yeah, so you want to be really particular and very careful in what you say when it comes out of your mouth and with your thoughts. Now, also, when you ask these type of questions, you will be receiving answers. The answers sometimes come through messages, through friends, through people that say certain things, or through even like a billboard or a poster or something you might see, sentences. Certain things might make sense to you. It's the strangest way of how it works, but you do receive certain types of answers after you've asked some particular questions. Now, for some of you, you might not want to wait an entire year for this, right? That's a long time. In the meantime, focus on yourself. Don't focus on this person. But as it also says, choose a new direction. So if you have been doing something in this connection that has, if you're the only one, let's say, for example, you're the only one that reaches out. You're always the first person to text. You're always the first person to make plans. Try not to do that this time. Don't do it. Let it be and see what happens. Let this person, I know for a while they won't do anything, they won't say anything, they're going to be very lazy about it probably. But a year from now, certain things are going to start to change. They will start to miss all of the things that you have done. All of the things you used to do, they will miss it. And they will want it again. But when someone wants it, that is when they start to move towards it and they start to work towards it. So I do see certain things happening here. But like they said here, wait. There is a bit of a waiting time. My dear Leo, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And sorry for my throat. It's strange sometimes. I mean, it could be that this person really hasn't talked to you, because it could be my throat chakra acting up, because I was pretty okay in the other readings. It's just like all of a sudden this one. So that just means that if my throat chakra is acting up on basis of this person's energy, it just means that they're not really able to express themselves to you. And they would like to express themselves to you, but they're not really able to right now. Yeah, because they feel restricted. I still am doing love readings. For those of you that are interested, I'm still doing the readings that are the written report readings. It's a private love reading. Have a look on my website and do read through the description first. I also wanted to let you guys know on my other channel, I do have some videos related to relationships and things like that. That is Asnointia Audio. So please do check out that channel as well. I've created it based on all of the scenarios and the issues that many of my clients face. You guys, you're all my people. So I have a look also at the comments, and based on the comments as well, I create these videos. All right, Leo, I hope to hear from you guys soon in the comments. I do read the comments, by the way, as many as I can. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know, did any of this resonate? Have you guys actually gone through something like this? Do you feel that this person's very overwhelmed? And are they being a little secretive? Are they being a little controlled by somebody? Because I feel like there's some control here. There's somebody else controlling this person. Somebody's watching this person, and they actually feel like they don't have freedom. And unfortunately, that's bad. But if they are married, for example, then that is also a third-party situation that could be a little shaky. There's always something. So definitely let me know if any of this has resonated for any of you. All right then, take care. Bye now.